Thank you very much, Karen, and thank you, UNA local leaders and friends from around the country, for honoring me with the 2013 Arnold Goodman Lifetime Achievement Award. Arnold Goodman represented citizen action at its best for a better world through the UN. He built on a UNA tradition going back to the founding of the UN, which we can celebrate again this year on the occasion of UNA USA's 70th anniversary, heard about this morning. At the 1945 San Francisco conference to negotiate the UN Charter, non-governmental representatives were led by Clark Eichelberger of our predecessor, the American Association for the UN. They played a central role in ensuring that the UN Charter mandated UN promotion of education and human rights and recognized a consultative role for NGOs in the UN. Just think about this for a minute. Our forefathers and our foremothers, too, for women played a central role at the San Francisco conference, bore central responsibility for the critical amendment to the UN Charter on NGOs and thus contributed critically to building the foundation on which the vast community of non-state actors at the UN rests today. We can be proud of that achievement. Yet as we read press and political commentary about the United Nations today, we risk forgetting what we have accomplished and being daunted to inaction by the challenges ahead. Remember the advice of the noted American anthropologist Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has. Remember also that in 1991, a teacher from Vermont named Jody Williams established the international campaign to ban landmines. And thanks to her leadership of hundreds of other NGOs and of civic leaders throughout the world, 6 years later, the world community adopted the International Landmine Treaty. Under the treaty, over 160 countries have already agreed to ban landmines. As we look for civic action beyond our borders, remember also Malala, mentioned earlier today, the Pakistani student shot by the Taliban for her outspoken support of girls' education and worldwide response to her advocacy. Jody Williams, Clark Eichelberger, Malala Yousafzai, and thousands of others in this room and beyond demonstrate the truth of Margaret Mead's words and lead us to follow the example of Arnold Goodman. Let's think together during this conference and beyond on where and how to apply this energy. And we all feel that energy. Let's work together on the post-2015 Millennium Development Goals. Let's work together for a stronger and more effective United Nations. Let's work together for a better world, informing ourselves, advocating for action, and inspiring ourselves and others to action by the United Nations through the United Nations Association of the USA. Thanks very much for the Arnold Goodman Award.